What's up, guys? I just got back from watching Saw X, and I didn't really go into it with any expectations. I haven't seen a Saw movie in a while. I just recently rewatched Saw 1, and I want to rewatch Saw 2 because they're both written by Lee Winnell, and he's a fantastic writer. So Saw 1 still holds up. It made me want to rewatch Saw 2. Haven't gotten around to it because that hasn't been on streaming, at least that I've seen. But I also haven't been looking too hard for it. I remember liking Saw 3, but Saw 3 and then on to like Saw 6, like they all just fucking blend together. And all I remember is the kills from them. I don't remember how they all connect because it seems like the premise of like all those movies after Saw 2 is they're like, all right, let's come up with cool traps and then we'll figure out how to do like a twist and we'll figure out the plot after that, how they get between the traps. And I don't remember how effective they were or how how effective they were at doing that and melding all that together. But in this movie, they tried to do the same formula where it's like, let's come up with cool traps and then we'll just figure out what the fuck to do in between them. And this movie has god awful pacing. I don't even know how fucking long it is, but oh god, it's dreadful. There's so much bloat, and the bloat isn't even like entertaining. It's just like people expounding the same shit that people have said in other movies. Or it's like people like begging and you already know it's like so uninteresting, so uninspired, like the bloat. Because that's like a large consistency of the movie. And then on top of that, the worst crime this movie has is that the traps are fucking God, they're so fucking uninventive. They're so boring. I mean, like the radiation trap was kind of cool, but it's like realistically, how the fuck are people supposed to survive? Like this bitch is sawing her fucking leg off. Like even if she has a tourniquet, she's gonna bleed the fuck out, and she doesn't have enough time to do it. So it's like that was stupid. And then the fucking how is this dude supposed to like cut his what? The traps they weren't like even like cool, and they were stupid and literally the most entertaining part of the movie because it was so fucking stupid is when the girl's like, we need a rope, and then she's like, let me go cut this girl's intestines open. And it reminded me of the scene from Hatchet 2 where fucking Victor Crowley strangles the dude and pops his head off with his intestines. Like it was that level of stupid for me, and that was like the most entertaining part. This movie's deceiving, or at least it was deceptive to me, because when it first starts it's like, oh, we're getting more John Kramer stuff, but it doesn't do anything original with that. It just treads the same ground of like we've seen this in other Saw movies where it tries to explore his ideology, but it's like so surface level. It's like I want to see them really like have people act as a foil to his messianic ideology and philosophies. And the writing has never been good enough to really assess that. And of course, that's like, it's a Saw movie. It's not trying to be some sort of philosophical critique on like the ideology of Messiah, whatever the fuck, his messianic complex or whatever. But if you're gonna try to do that, like full send into it. Don't do like some superficial, surface level bullshit, And that shit like was really fucking just boring as fuck to me. And then let's talk about the twists. I mean, there's three twists. There's one where it's like, oh, this experiment he's doing is a scam, and it's like you could have seen that. Like I didn't even watch the trailers, and I knew that was gonna be the fucking. And it was like, it was lackluster. The execution for pretty much everything was awful, except I like the cinematography is serviceable. It doesn't do anything fucking like crazy out of this world. I really like the cinematography in the beginning because it's very like claustrophobic. It's very like focused on the face, and then everything outside of it is blurry. And then the color grading and the lighting was very entertaining. And it was like I don't know. It was kind of the only things that I could focus on because everything else was kind of drab to me. Of course, Tobin Bell, he literally carries this movie. but there's not a lot for him to carry, unfortunately. Um, yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling. Let's go to the twist. So yeah, the first twist, whack as fuck. Second twist, uh, yeah, because there's the fucking that one. There's the fucking the twist where it's revealed that the dude is with the girl all along, and you're just like, who cares? Who fucking cares? Like, it wasn't even like set up. I mean, it was set up because like the patient dude, like in your head, when you know it's a scam, you're like, everyone's got to be on it, even the patient dude. So it's like, yeah, but you kind of forget about it because it's so inconsequential. And then that happens, and you're just like, whatever. And then the third twist is that he sets up the main chick's trap to actually be a deceptive trap for him to go into with Amanda, so he could fool them into thinking they're getting away, but to only be in another trap. And you're like, that is like, that doesn't even sound good on paper. That sounds so stupid. I was like, I couldn't even comprehend how fucking stupid that was. I was just like, what? What? That is so stupid. And then the trap is him getting bloodboarded. And it makes sense because all he has to do is pull the lever. It's like, all right, I'll breathe a little bit, and then I'll take some blood. And then I'll breathe a little bit, and then I'll take some blood. But still, it's like so stupid. And then they set the kid's character up to be his friend, and the only establishing fucking characteristic the boy has is he's trying to fix his bike, and then fucking Jigsaw helps him by learning the word pull. It was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid. And you know that was going to come back later in the movie because they had that one little scene. I'm like, why would they put that one little scene in there? That stupid, inconsequential little scene right before he goes into surgery. I'm like, this is set up for some stupid shit later down the line. It's going to be so stupid. I can already tell. And then, yeah, the last twist is like, oh, well, you're actually duped. You're actually in a trap room, and the money isn't actually there. And it's like, you're like, okay, so at least the final trap's got to be cool, right? No, no, it's not. They get trapped in a room with like toxic gas that like burns their skin or something, and they have to stick their head through a hole to breathe, even though like technically they've shown the gas still affects their skin, so it's like sure they're able to breathe with it. God, dude, God, I don't know how the last trap ended up being the worst trap. It was, it wasn't even like, it wasn't even like disappointing. It wasn't even like angry. Like it wasn't. It didn't anger me or frustrate me. It was just like straight up like sad. I was like, wow. Just fucking wow. Straight flaccid. Straight flaccid. It wasn't even hard to begin with. The movie didn't even have a hard dick to begin with. It was flaccid the whole way through. But then it's like the fucking dick reversed into a tail. Like that's how disappointing and sad this fucking trap was. And then they leave the fate up to the main chick, the evil chick or whatever, with like terrible motivations. Ooh, I'm gonna kill this fucking person because she's just a loose end, and all I care about is money. And it's like, she doesn't even die supposedly. I didn't even save for the post credit scene. I watched a quick YouTube video before I watched this because I'm like, I bet there's a post credit scene. Lo and behold, there is a post credit scene. It doesn't even matter, dude. Like, god damn it. God, this movie sucked. This might be worse than Jigsaw, honestly. And Jigsaw was pretty fucking bad, but at least it was relying on like plot, like tropey plot from like fucking cop movies. At least it had that to like get you through it. God, I don't even know. I read like a couple of comments on YouTube where people are like, "Oh, this is like really good. It's like really well developed plot and story, and the characters are like, yeah, like they're really good." And it's like, what planet do you live on? What fucking planet do you live on? A planet where fucking shitty movies are like extraordinary, where The Room is like peak fucking like unironically peak fucking film for you, like. I don't know. This movie is just sad. I don't I know I'm not gonna remember anything out of it beyond what the fuck I'm saying now. But yeah, 10 out of 10 would not recommend. 11 out of 10, 12, 20, 50 million out of 10 would not recommend. Skip that shit. Wait till it's on streaming. But even then, would not recommend. God, this movie fucking sucked. This movie sucked. The more I think about it, this movie sucked. Anyways, yeah. Sorry I'm ranting. Goodbye. Have a good day.